The incredible life story of Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz was born in Barrancas, Guajira County, which is located near the Venezuela-Colombia border. His roots are from an ethnic group called Wayu, an ancient indigenous tribe which is located in the Rancheria River. Diaz would be born into one of Colombia's most deprived regions. Lucho is very lucky to be alive today because unfortunately many children in his area die yearly from malnutrition. Statistics show that between 2008 and 2016, around 5,000 Wayu children died from malnutrition. And yes, Luis Diaz also suffered from malnutrition as his parents were dirt poor and didn't have the funds to provide meals daily. His family is one that many should try to imitate. From loyalty to support, they'll always have your back. Everyone from father, grandmother to uncles played a part in Lucho's journey to the top. Humbleness, discipline, and hard work were instilled upon a young Luis Diaz, who had big dreams of playing in the biggest football arenas in the world, just like his childhood idol Ronaldinho. Luis Diaz played football every day his whole childhood. If he wasn't playing football, he was with his uncle and father selling goats and juices trying to make a living, as Diaz didn't have the luxury of having time off to play video games or even have a television. Luis Diaz's breakthrough to the semi-professional scene was something to remember, as Diaz had an opportunity to represent his indigenous roots, as Colombia was forming an indigenous squad to represent them at the first ever American Cup of Indigenous People, which was held in the summer of 2015. Diaz left Barranquilla on a one-way ticket to Bogota. He traveled 580 miles on an empty stomach and a couple of dollars, chasing a dream that was bigger than football, a dream that could change a family's cycle of poverty. Once Diaz arrived at the trials, he faced another obstacle. He had to be talented enough to make the 23-man roster out of 400 players. The coaches for the Colombian team were John Diaz and Carlos Valderrama, the Colombian legend himself. His talent was undeniable from the start. He really impressed Valderrama and Diaz, but their only concern was that the 18-year-old Diaz only weighed 120 pounds. As John Diaz stated, "For a moment, we thought it would be very difficult for him to perform because Lucho seemed to have a malnutrition problem." But the coaches knew they had something special on their hands. They selected Diaz as their captain for the tournament. The American Cup was held in Chile, and that 5-hour flight to another country was an eye-opening experience for the teenager who never been on a plane before. Valderrama remembers how humble Diaz is, as he stated, "You could see his eyes light up with that experience. Lucho would ask us if he could have the same meal more than once. He was this humble." The Luis Diaz show took off in this tournament, as Luis Diaz was instrumental in Colombia's success, where they reached the final. Diaz managed to score 2 goals and had 3 assists in 7 games, but they fell short to Paraguay in the final, losing 1-0. For many players that participated in the tournament, it was back to their normal life, but this wasn't the case for Diaz, as his young age gave him hope to play at the professional level. His coach, Valderrama, decided to recommend Junior de Barranquilla's management team to sign Diaz. They were impressed and sent Diaz to play with their second division club, Barranquilla FC. Diaz became one of Barranquilla's best players and was invited by the U20 Colombian coach Carlos Restrepo to play at the 2017 U20 South American Championship. Diaz was finally playing among his country's best talent, and with that came being overshadowed and coming off the bench for the tournament. While Diaz was waiting for his opportunity to make his first division debut, he gained over 20 pounds as his club gave him a diet plan to make him stronger. In 2017, Luis Diaz received his chance with the first team, as he ascended rapidly from having nothing to playing for one of the biggest clubs in Colombia. Diaz improved his skills as time passed by, and along with Teófilo Gutiérrez, they became the most dangerous duo in the Colombian league. He became one of the leading players of the club and had a key role in the team that won back-to-back league championships, a national cup, a Colombian Super Cup title, and they even reached the Copa Sudamericana final, where they lost against Atlético Paranense. His fast progress also brought him to the Colombian senior team. Diaz had shook up the whole South American continent. Clubs like River Plate, Cardiff City, Zenit, and Porto made big offers, but on July 10, 2019, Porto and Junior de Barranquilla reached a deal that would send Diaz to Portugal for around 8 million euros. Once arriving at Porto, Diaz hit the ground running. This was no longer that 120-pounder kid who had nothing. This was a hungry young winger looking for the starting role. Playing on the left flank in the majority of games and giving free roam on the field, Diaz scored 14 times in the 2019-2020 season and 11 goals the season after. During the summer of 2021, Luis Diaz was selected to represent Colombia in the Copa America. At that tournament, he had an incredible run, so much so that he was named Revelation of the Copa America, and he shared the goal-scoring boot with Leo Messi, both having 4 goals. Diaz scored a crazy scissor kick against Brazil, and he took Argentina to the brink of elimination in the semifinals. These performances earned him potential opportunities to sign for world-class clubs. Following the tournament, Diaz played incredibly for Porto, snatching awards left and right. He reached 5 goals in his first 6 league games, being the best in the league. 27 days later, he scored his 10th goal, a long-range effort in the 2-1 victory over Victoria. This goal earned him the Portuguese League of the Month goal award. His performances led to him being also named the league's player of the month and the forward of the month for October and November. On December 19, Diaz was named the league's forward of the month for the second consecutive month after scoring 4 goals and providing 3 assists during that month. After seeing how dominant Diaz had become, clubs like Spurs, United, and Liverpool wanted the Colombian. Diaz was close to signing with Spurs, but he didn't trust their plans, so in came Liverpool, who got a last-minute steal buying Diaz for over 40 million euros. So that basically wraps up this video on the incredible life story of Luis Diaz. This story is truly one of a kind. Honestly, if the CONMEBOL didn't create that Indigenous American Cup tournament, there would be no Luis Diaz, because he wouldn't have gotten a chance to show his talent. If you made it this far into the video and want to see more videos like this, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for all the support.